Hello everyone. I thought it would be appropriate to do a brief introduction to the series of video tutorials that will be the substitute for our classes, for a while at least. So, as you might have noticed, I'm wearing a shirt to make this look as respectable and serious as possible. So, please, as always, take this seriously, these lessons, I mean. This is how it will go. I'll do tutorials for each week for you. And I mean, basically, to explain how they work and what to be cautious about, and so on. I'll also upload some accompaniment pieces for you to recite on, and then you will record them back to me as your assignments every week. I would like to apologize in advance for any inconveniences that might occur during this, but I'll try to make it move on as smoothly as possible to the best of my abilities. So, yes, let's move on. Yes, so this is the first piece for this week's assignments. Let's talk about it. It's in A major, as you can see. It's written in tenor clef. So the main point for this and for many of the other pieces, also the pieces from last week, not really last week, but the last class that we made had those with very simple melodic counter. Maybe counter can get sometimes intricate, but the harmonic implications are less than complex. Actually, it's all diatonic. There aren't any implied modulations. There aren't even any implied subdominant chords, really. It's all in tonic and dominant progression. Also, there aren't any sorts of chromaticism in this whatsoever. The main thing is that it's rhythmically intricate, and there are many irregularities starting with the time signature. It's changing all the time, almost in an irregular fashion. There is no strict pattern to which the change of time signature follows, really. So it's either in 2/4 or 3/4. So one of the challenges of this piece is this, and also to be able to beat your hand to this, of course. So you have to be cautious. You have to pay attention to what's written there to be able to do that. And the other thing is that it has some sort of a metric modulation in it. So I mean, the beat is, as usual, is divided by 2. I mean, by powers of 2, you could say. Then in the second phrase, it's now written in triplets, which means that the beat is divided by 3. So it's something like and something like that happens. I'm going to be singing you the whole thing, so I'm not going to do it in length for this. This is just to discuss what's happening in the melody. So yes, that's the basic challenge of the piece. It's melodically quite simple, but to follow what's happening may be challenging. Also, I mean, I have to say that these 16th notes that are kind of the pickup note for this B phrase, let's say, and I mean, trying to do them exact 16th notes, I don't find that too meaningful. Really, they could be interpreted as part of the triplet structure that comes after it, because I mean, let's body, but I mean, yeah, it's really not that practical. pa-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-di, and so on. I'm making the line up. I'm sorry. But yes, you really don't have to try to do this exact metric 16th notes, but if you get the whole structure in coherence, it's okay to do them like 8-note triplets as part of the triplet structure of this reoccurring second theme, let's say. Other thing to talk about is the source. Really, I mean, I would really like to see the source song for this because, I mean, I'm not really knowledgeable about this, but still, any European folk songs, to my knowledge, doesn't really contain this sort of metric variety. I think there's some things that are lost in translation. I can imagine some song with like this, like having a different sort of a swing, you could say, for different parts of it. But this sort of writing, I don't know if it reflects the original source very well or not. But I would like to see the original song for this, which is not indicated, unfortunately. It just says the region that it originates from. We can also talk about the dynamics. It's straightforward. The first phrase is loud, the second phrase is not so loud. Same thing again. The first phrase, when it recurs, it's loud, but then the repetition of the second phrase is even quieter. It's first in piano, and then the embellishment, the last bit of the reoccurring phrase. It's not a perfect repetition, but it's the same idea. Is in pianissimo, it ends very quietly. That means. It says it's con brio, so it says with motion, so it's not slow, and you'll see that it's kind of quite a playful tune, you could say. So yes, could be an appropriate tempo. Like I said, I'm going to recite this in full, so you can take those as references for tempo and everything else, phrasing, dynamics, and so on. Yes, this is like this. Okay, here's an A major chord. It starts on the tonic, so do ti, do ti. One. Do ti re re la ti do do, do ti re re la ti do do. Fa sol fa mi sol re mi fa mi re do do, mi sol fa mi sol re mi fa mi re do do. Do ti re la ti do do, do re mi re do ti re ti. Sol la sol 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 fa mi do, mi sol mi fa mi re do. Here's the second piece for this week's material. As it indicates, it's going to be either in 5 or 7, some other asymmetrical meters. Well, actually, all of these are in 5, either 5/8, 5/16, or 5/4. This is, as you can see, is in 5/4. It's written in bass clef, F clef. So it's in B flat major. It has one dynamic all over. It says how the 5 meter is divided, as in 3 plus 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'll talk about this more in detail when I sing these to you as examples. What else could be said about this? Not much, really. As you can see, it's again all diatonic. You'll see later on, but again, there aren't even any implied subdominant chords that I can see, at least now. What you have to be cautious about this? Well, I mean, we're not really used to doing 5/4. Maybe you'll have to practice the hand first. Of course, like I always say, you always have to practice the hand. It's a skill and could be practiced very easily. It doesn't make any sound, at least. So yeah, I guess this is it. I mean, there's not much to say about this. There's only one dynamic. It's piano throughout. Second phrase is repeated, as you can see, and yeah, this is that. All right, 1755. It's in B flat major. So here's a B flat major chord. It starts on the 5th degree. So sol do. It's in piano. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. So sol do re mi. Do re mi sol fa mi re. Do re mi fa mi re. Sol fa mi sol la sol fa mi re do re fa sol fa mi re do mi re do sol fa mi sol la sol fa mi re do re fa sol fa mi re do mi re do. Here it is, the next one, 1756. You can see, I mean, again, there's nothing, not much to say about this. Only it's in an asymmetrical meter. This time it's divided differently as 2 plus 3. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Again, it's in 5/4. It's in E major. Again, fully diatonic. No chromaticism at all. Yes, I think that's enough to be said about this. It's 1756. It's in E major. Here's an E major chord. So it starts on the 3rd degree. Mi, do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mi, do, mi, re, do, ti, fa, re, fa, mi, re, do, mi, do, mi, re, do, ti, fa, ti, do. Sol, mi, sol, fa, mi, re, la, fa, la, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa, mi, re, fa, ti, do. Here's the 3rd piece, right? 3rd? Oh no. 4th piece for this week. Again, it's in 5, 5, 8 this time. Again, it's quite a simple melody, but there is, I think, one modulation to the relative major. So it starts in F major, in F minor, sorry. Starts on the 5th degree, so it's like sol, me, do, sol, le, sol, fa, sol, me, re, fa, re, do. And after the second repeat, it starts this time in A flat major. So we're going to call this A flat here, where it says mezzo forte, do, not me. And right afterwards, there aren't really any linking common chords or something, I think. It just, the first phrase is in F minor and the second one is in A flat major. So I repeat, starting from here, you're going to spell this do and so on. Do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, sol, fa, mi, and so on. Mi, sol, me, do. Again, this works in F major. There is some contrast in dynamics between the two phrases. First one is mezzo piano, second one is in mezzo forte. So simply put, the first phrase is quiet, second one is louder, but not really louder, just one dynamic more loud than the other one. And yes, it ends. It ends with a decrescendo. Well, maybe we could talk a little bit about the phrasing. I mean, the phrase always starts in the last bit of the second beat, actually, because as you can see, even though it's not really indicated like the others were, like it says 2 plus 3 and so on, but it's obviously in 3 plus 2, because you can see there's always 3 8 notes and 2 8 notes divided neatly. So yes, the phrasing starts over the bar line, always, as you can see. So, and this is it for this one, I think. Okay, it's 1757. The piece is in F minor. Here's an F minor chord. It starts on the 5th degree. It starts like this: Sol, Me, Do. It modulates to its relative key, to A flat major, then comes back and ends in F minor. So let's see. Sol, me, do, sol, le, sol, fa, sol, me, re, fa, re, do. Sol, me, do, sol, le, sol, fa, sol, me, re, fa, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, 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 fa, mi, sol, fa, mi. Sol, me, do, sol, le, sol, fa, sol, me, re, fa, re, do. Here's the last one of this week's melodies. We have other exercises, but this is the last of the melodies, which is, again, in a 5/16 meter. It's the only one in 5/16, but all of them are in 5 in some sort. It's says allegro, it's fast, it's loud, it's in forte. It's quite a playful tune, by the way. You'll see. What more could be said about this? It's in G major. It starts on the 3rd degree. Let's see. It starts on the 3rd degree. Again, it's very simple melodically. There are many compelling moments, really. I mean, this. This could be compelling. The rhythm is quite tight, so rhythmically it's kind of compelling. Again, we really don't too many pieces in 5/16, so it could be challenging at first, but yeah, it will become easier as you practice, of course. Yeah, that's it about this, really. Nothing too much, not too much to say about this, I think. I mean, everything will be made clear in the demonstration, so yes. So the beats are going to be unequal. One is pari, tari. One is of length of 1/16, 2/16 notes, and I mean an 8th note, and the other is a dotted 8th note. All right, so just the beating goes like this: 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. All right. So it's in G major, and it starts on the 3rd degree. Mi. Right? Mi, re, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, fa, sol, ti, re, fa, mi, sol, fa, re, do, ti, la, sol, mi, do, mi, re, do, ti, fa, sol, ti, re, fa, mi, sol, fa, re, do, ti, la, sol, mi. Okay, we go into the rhythmical exercises of this week. I'll talk about these three in the same video because I mean they're quite straightforward. I think only they need to be practiced. Some intricacies in them, but basically the idea is that now you have 30-second notes, which is a beat divided by 8. So especially in syncopated figures like this, doing them clearly is important and can be compelling. So the main thing here is to always think about the division of the beat, or at least the eighth notes by 4, by 30-second notes really. So when you do ta ta tara tara, so I mean many of us really have the tendency to do these very approximate, like some very short note and one long note. But as the point of this exercises go, I would really want to hear very clearly the metric division of the beat. So it's like ta ta. When we say that, you have to have those subdivisions to be able to clearly in your head, of course, not out loud. So ta ta tara tara ta 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 tara tara ta tara ta tara ta, and so on. Tarara tarara ta ta. You can do tarara ta 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 as long as it is clear. It's not really important. It's very hard to do ta 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 in a reasonable tempo. You have to slow it down quite some bit. So it could be tara. Yes, this is these rhythmical exercises. That's how they go. 18.4. 1, 2, ta ta tara tara ta 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 tara tara ta tara ta tara 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 ta. 18.5. 1, 2, tarara tarara ta ta tarara tarara ta ta tara tara ta 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 ta. And 18.6. Ta ta ra ta ra ta ta ra ta ra ta ra ra ta ra ta 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 ra. Yes, here is the sing and play exercise for this week. It's from Beethoven's only opera Fidelio. Contrasting to the pieces, the other melodies, this is quite chromatic, as you can see at first glance. There are many alterations, but it doesn't really seem to have any modulations, but these are some ornamental chromaticisms inside the key. This part maybe could be said to be a secondary dominant, but you'll see it really doesn't have a strong feeling of center all around. It's beautiful, I think, by the way, and it's basically a canon. Like you can see, this figure repeats throughout, and you can see this line starting with F sharp repeats in the other line at the end in exact fashion. It's only reverted the voices. So I'll talk about this when I demonstrate it, but it's pretty straightforward, and also I mean it's the line itself is kind of intricate. Well, I mean, it's very Beethovenian, by the way. So, well, not that much actually, but also, I mean, it's not terribly polyphonic. I mean, whenever there is movement in one line, the other mostly is suspended or very homophonic. The same thing rhythmically speaking, is happening in parallel motion in the other voice. So execution wise, when you understand both lines, it should go smoothly. It's not that hard at all. Yes. Di re mi fa fa mi re mi fa do ti do sol do ti fa me re fi sol fa me si la le sol fa sol la mi fa mi. Here's one of the two-part drills of this week. As you can see, like the duet, the sing and play exercise, not much is happening simultaneously because each line is kind of intricate and kind of complicated in itself. I mean, where some kind of polyphony is maybe happening in places like this, and many times one of the voices is left alone. You know what to do with this. So I don't see talking too much about it. Just looking at it to see if something should be said about it. But yeah, like before, most of the time, like you can see here, here, and here. It's the figure is imitated by the other voice, which is mostly the hand that the bottom line imitates what's happening in the upper line. That's kind of the main point of it. So yes, 13.62. Ta 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 ta. The other rhythmical exercises, I'll again talk about them in bulk because they look alike to each other quite a lot. It's as you can see, basically about practicing from 8 notes, then to triplets, then to 16th notes, then back to triplets, and so on, which is different divisions of the beat. Ta 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 ta. It's very literal here, as you can see. Where first beat is divided by 4, then by 3, then by 2, then there's a whole beat. Same thing here. It's a little bit more intricate. It has rests in it, but the idea is the same. So yes, 14.4. 2, 3, 4. Ta 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 ta. 14.5. 3 ta 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 ta. Here is the last of the exercises for this week. It's again a two-part drill. It's very straightforward, right? I mean, it practices you to do different divisions of the beat, and then it practices you to do 3 to 2 simultaneously. So I mean, it goes on for 3 measures. It's pretty straightforward. This thing, pa 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 pa, pardon, pa 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 pa, and I mean, most of you I think can just do this straight away. It's some very basic skill. If you haven't done this before, just practice for a while, and it comes naturally. It's very simple, as you can see. 1, 2. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Yeah, here it was. Please know that you can contact me anytime, whenever you need any sort of assistance on these. I mean, I also would appreciate any kind of feedback, of course, about how to make them clearer. We'll see on the way if they will work like this, or maybe we should take another route to make things clearer for you. So let's please keep in contact. Let me emphasize that you can just contact me anytime you want about any of these. I can make updates for any of the stuff you think that are not clear enough. So, yes, have a good time practicing all these. Bye bye.